a life worth living, making life like a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild, like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild, like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild, like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night.
Jules, word.
Like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show live. What's good, everybody? Hopefully everybody had a wonderful night. You know we're back at it. I told you, same time, same place. And we're ready to get started. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat. I'm the first person in here. Yo, what's good? My guy, Roy T, what's good, my bro? Hope everything's good. Kush, Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. Great that you have her in here, man. Ashley Shelton, good morning. Always a pleasure to have you. Stacy, good morning. Nice to have you also. And we are in here, King Just Blaze. Yo, what's good? My bro, King Lee, what's up? Made it in here, let's go. Let's see, Will I Am is in here. Dab on the one time. Producer, good morning, good morning. Ted's Gold Jacket Walker. Yo, I like your name, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. No funny stuff, but that's a mean name. Ted's Gold Jacket Walker. It reminds me of like Walker, Texas Ranger. It's crazy. Boom. Yeah, we in here, man. Zelly, we in here, bro. We are in here. What's good? What's good? And make sure everyone else is okay. Everyone else is okay. Let me make sure. I have horse. What's good? In here early. I see you. Let's get it, guys. Tim P. Yo, what's good? Listen, man. We're gonna get into a very controversial topic today. And I keep trying to tell y'all, the biases towards certain players, no matter their accomplishments or team accomplishments, speaks volumes to me. Make no mistake about this. It's not just Lamar and Jalen. It's Patrick Mahomes too. The only reason Patrick Mahomes is not appreciated nor even welcomed, he's tolerated. Because what he's done is he's become unmistakably the best, right? He's become undeniable. So you can't deny his level of greatness because he's accomplished literally everything. From 5,000-yard passing seasons, multiple AFC championship games, multiple Super Bowl wins. He's a 3-time Super Bowl winner, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time regular season MVP, 2-time first-team All-Pro. He's done it all. He's even been Offensive Player of the Year. He has everything on his accolade list. Everything. But he's not really liked by the execs or the old timers of the game or even that much respected. He is tolerated. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that today. So, guys, didn't Texas Walker Ranger come right after Monday Night Raw? I don't know, but I know that it was popular in the eyes of a Ranger, because that's what a Ranger is supposed to be. Doom, 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 boom, boom. But no, like, I want y'all to hear what he said here. And we're going to break this down thoroughly. Because I want to know at what point does an opinion, because all of us have our own opinions. All of us get, you know what I'm saying? Everyone just like, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But when does it become like an opinion? We can call out an opinion for foolishness. Like someone can say it's my opinion that Michael Jordan wasn't a good basketball player. Like, that's your opinion, but I can call it out that it's stupid and foolish, right? Like, what point does it start to come out that we're like, bro, the bias is showing? All right, we're going to get into this right now. We're going to break this down, guys. Check this out. Hopefully everybody, Dwiz, Don Royal, what's good, what's good? See y'all in here. Good morning. Gregory Smith, good morning, my bro. Hopefully everything's good. Mike Ditka, Joe Montana are the good old boys of the NFL. I'm going to let you guys decide what it is. I'm not going to say, but I'm going to let you guys go. Check this out. Here we go.
If you were a general manager, head coach today, pick the top 3 quarterbacks you want to start your franchise with, and why?
I like this. I like this.
And not Brock Purdy. You can't take Brock.
Boom.
Okay, Brock is your number 1 pick. We know that.
Yep.
So you love Brock Purdy. You love Brock Purdy.
Mind you, hear what they asked. They said the top 3 guys that you would start a franchise with after knowing everything that you know.
Yeah. I'm taking the guy in Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Josh. The guy that surprised me that I thought would obviously Joe Burrow.
Can't forget
another
about
guy,
Joe Burrow.
I like a lot. And believe it or not, I like the guy with the Chargers. I think they just kind of gone by the wayside there, but I don't know. I just like the way those 3 guys are.
So I want to make sure that you understand context. Later on in the show, he goes, "Oh yeah," and because they gave him 3. Oh yeah, and Jalen Hurts, right? Which they were trying, because they got that to get out of him, because I guess they were trying to say, look, if you say it like this, people are going to say stuff. What about Patrick Mahomes or anything else? Like, oh, the guy, Jalen Hurts. No, he picked his 3. And guys, I want you to understand just how foolish this is. I'm going to break it down for you, right? Don't worry, I got graphics and everything. I made this graphic. If you like it, you can use it, but I made this graphic. The 3 players you see right here are Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. Now, I've already told you the top 3 quarterbacks in the league for me that I don't even believe should be argued with is Lamar Jackson first, Josh Allen second, Patrick Mahomes third. But you see these 3 right here? See these 3? I'm going to break this down for you to understand, right? I want you to really understand what we're dealing with. When we talk about greatness, when we talk about, players and what they've accomplished and everything else like that, I really want you guys to understand where I'm coming from, because, mind you, a lot of times it goes over people's heads. Check this out. Jalen Hurts, we're going to start Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? He was the NFL MVP runner-up in 2022. Second youngest QB to win 14 regular season games. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. 1-time All-Pro. Super Bowl MVP. That's what he got. Mind you, in the collegiate level, 2-time national champion, Heisman Trophy runner-up in 2019, SEC Offensive Player of the Year in 2016. I'm giving you some background of the players, because they say that Jalen Hurts is whack, trash. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. No. I'm gonna break this down, because I want everybody to understand just how. Because when people say Jalen Hurts isn't good, on top of everything that I just said, he's never missed the playoffs. I want you to understand. Philly wasn't always a super team. They were considered a lot of times to be missing the playoffs. When he took over, they were losing. They had just fired the coaches, everything. They benched the starter. He takes over, and every year that he's been the starter, he has been in the playoffs. So I'm not going to even go. I'm not. You don't like him? Fine. But we're going to speak facts. We're going to hold off on the opinions real quick. We're going to speak facts. Lamar Jackson, Heisman winner, 2-time league MVP, 3-time first team All-Pro, tied for the youngest MVP in NFL history. Only 2 players that got it unanimous, him and Tom Brady. Not bad. Not bad at all. Multiple time Pro Bowler. Been to an AFC Championship game once. Okay? No here, no there. Okay. Oh, won his division 3 times. Patrick Mahomes, 3-time Super Bowl winner. 3-time Super Bowl MVP. 2-time league MVP. 2-time first team All-Pro in the league. 1-time offensive player of the year. How in God's name? How on God's green earth, if you were going to build a franchise, you said the top 3 guys, these 3 have more accolades than all of the other quarterbacks. Just to let you know that. How are they not even discussed? How are they not looked at? Explain this to me. People always hate Jalen Hurts. Look at what I just read off for Jalen Hurts. People act like he's not good. So a runner-up for MVP is not good? All pros not good? Multiple-time Pro Bowler is not good? Super Bowl champion not good? Super Bowl MVP not good? Those are his accomplishments. For everybody that says Joe Burrow, and mind you, I got Joe Burrow as a top 5 quarterback in the league. Joe Burrow doesn't even have half the accomplishments as Jalen Hurts. And that was before Jalen Hurts had a super team. What has Herbert accomplished? You're telling me you would take Herbert over Jalen Hurts? Are you saying that the Eagles would win with Herbert? Or would Herbert get hurt trying to do the tush push? Or would Herbert throw 4 interceptions in a playoff game? Or Herbert couldn't outplay Patrick Mahomes? But mind you, for Joe Burrow, see, I'm going to make sure I bring this thing full circle. When you're speaking about the greatness of Joe Burrow, do you know what makes him great? They say he beat Patrick Mahomes. And he's been to a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls. Both times versus Patrick Mahomes. Both times he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. And one time he beat Patrick Mahomes. On every level that you say with Joe Burrow and his greatness, how then can you not put Jalen Hurts over him? Are you going to say Joe Burrow doesn't have elite weapons? Are you going to say that Joe Burrow hasn't had help? Like, Saquon Barkley just went there last year. When he was a runner-up for MVP, Saquon wasn't there. He's never missed the playoffs. I'm talking to somebody here. Because Jalen's going to be the person that they always argue. But then even Lamar. For what he has shown with the lack of weapons compared to his contemporaries. Lamar's never had a top 5 guy as a weapon on the outside. Never. Ever. All these other quarterbacks have. Every single one of them. From Herbert, Allen, Mahomes, Jalen, Jaden, Burrow, Tua, Sam Darnold. And now it's cheating because Lamar has Derrick Henry. And I always want to give backstory and context. A Derrick Henry that most Raven fans didn't even want. A Derrick Henry that they said was too old. A Derrick Henry that they say was over the hill. A Derrick Henry that they said should sign up for AARP. A Derrick Henry that said he had too much mileage. A Derrick Henry that they said didn't have enough tread on the tire. A Derrick Henry that they said could no longer produce at an elite level. A Derrick Henry that all of the other teams passed on acquiring, even with an absolute discount. Then you heard excuses that, oh, if you're not just running him up the middle, he's not a good back. And now, all of a sudden, Lamar got a super team. I'm showing y'all something here. Execs, even though anonymous, had the unmitigated gall to fix their facial muscles and their tongue to linguistically come out and state that if Lamar Jackson won 20 MVPs, 10 Super Bowls, he'll never be a real quarterback. Do you have any idea what message that sends? Mind you, these are coming from the execs. I came out a couple weeks ago and I said, if there was a free-for-all for quarterback, if there was a redraft of every quarterback in the league right now, I told you guys, most of these teams, they're going to be fighting for Josh Allen, Joe Burrow first. Those are the first two that's getting taken off the board. Then you might get Patrick Mahomes. Then right after Patrick Mahomes, you're going to have Herbert. You're going to have Lawrence. You're going to have Purdy. You're going to have Matthew Stafford. That's what you're going to have. Then at the very bottom, then you're going to have Jalen Hurts. You're going to have Lamar Jackson. They are not celebrated. They're tolerated. The day Lamar loses this much zip on his ball, the day that Lamar loses this much speed, they're going to be looking to put him in the coffin to get him out the league. I'm going to ask you, I'm telling you. What did what's his name come out? Oh, the most, the best athletically gifted quarterback in the league. What did he say? Was it Jordan Love? It's not about right or wrong. I told you guys. It's ingrained. It's a perception. Justin Herbert, Lawrence, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, they are perceived to be better than what they actually are. Even though Josh Allen is great, Joe Burrow is great. Not saying that, I'm saying that they're not. But these three are the guys that have all of the accolades. And they don't like not one of them. None of them. Then, if you said, oh, that's the NFL, well, let's rewind it back to collegiate days. What were they saying about Arch Manning? Without playing a snap? Respected guys within the media sphere coming out saying he's easily the number one pick. Dan Orlowski coming out saying he's a generational QB. Then you see somebody like Shadur Sanders, who comes from NFL royalty also, fall all the way down the draft boards. And they say because he doesn't have the talent, he's really, at best, a good backup QB. And he has shown that given the operation, he could be one of the best, if not the best quarterback in college. Lamar Jackson falling all the way down draft boards. They're saying he can't do this, he can't do that. When he achieved and won games with a less than stock team compared to his contemporaries, and lesser guys are taking over him. I'm showing y'all something here. I'm making a great point. Like, I want you to understand where I'm going with this, and why I have a problem with the media, why I have a problem with execs of the NFL. Because when will this now no longer be looking at it, oh, well, it's my opinion. Your opinions your opinions shape reality because you are in a prominent role. See what I'm saying? No, Jared Thomas is a Josh Allen. That's his guy. He's a Bills guy. But he respects Lamar Jackson. And I said that Josh Allen was one of the best. Before I started Jared Allen, I said my top 5, Lamar, Josh, Patrick, Jalen, Burrow. Those I've never changed. I said that before I started this soliloquy. This is what I said. But I want you to understand just what these guys are up against. Because they're not even going like, you'd be like, oh, I'm going against this quarterback, or I'm actually in competition with myself. No, you're not. You're in competition with stereotypes and bias. Because I told y'all already, and I'll say it again. Even if Lamar Jackson wins the title this year, you think it'll stop? Do you guys really think that people are going to be like, oh, okay, we like him now? No. No, that's not going to happen. And Jared Thomas, I get that you say you get my overall point. It's all love. You already know that. But I want you to see where I'm going with this and why I have a problem with these guys. How many talented players were left in the dugout because of bias? Like, at what point do we start calling this out? This man sat up there and said if you were going to build a team, you'd want to build it with Herbert, Burrow, and Allen. Now, Allen, totally understandable. Totally understandable for him. Burrow is showing that, hey, if Lamar Jackson is healthy, I can't make the playoffs, bro. Even with a very good roster. Even with my defense giving me 9 turnovers and them getting me to a Super Bowl with me only contributing 5 touchdowns. Justin Herbert, shoot. You don't got to make the playoffs. Heck, you don't even got to play well. You don't even got to play well. We going to love you. When I think about Justin Herbert and the media, you know what I think about? There's a song. Do you know that one song? Justin, you know I love you. No matter what you do. Oh, 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 oh. I'm not going to say what I think it is. I'm going to let you guys' creativity go back and what you think it is. But it's wrong. It's wrong. Listen. I'll keep saying this. These 3 are the most accomplished QBs in the league. We're not going to say who's better, whatever. Accomplishments. These are the top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now. By accomplishments. My top 3, which should be everybody's top 3, Lamar, Josh, Patrick. Those are the top 3. But I'm not talking about just being the top 3. I'm talking about accomplishments. If we're talking about accomplishments, these 3 got more accomplishments than any of the other QBs. Any of them. Matthew Stafford was shown how much grace. Oh, well, he's in Detroit. That don't count. Undeniable top 3. Yeah, bro, like, look. I'm somebody that gives props no matter what it is. I don't even got to like you to give props. I don't got to like you to say, yo, that was a good job. I don't got to like you for me to be like, bro, I hope the best for you. To me, that's just the right thing to do. Right? When you look at and say you would want, and mind you, the reason why I'm bringing this up is not just because of Joe Montana. Joe Montana is just the icing on the cake. I'm talking about all of these execs. Do you remember when the execs came out when they were talking about, you remember it was a whole bunch of execs, and they started to say how they felt about each QB, and they said, and look how they described Patrick Mahomes, how they described Lamar Jackson, how they described Josh Allen, how they described Joe Burrow, and you see a stark difference. When they were describing Patrick Mahomes, they were saying, oh, street ball. Can't truly read defenses. But somehow makes plays with the help of Andy Reid. That's what they said. You can go look this up if you think I'm lying. Go look this up. That's what they said. It's like documented. That's what they put under for thing. Then when they were talking about, I said this yesterday, when they were talking about Lamar Jackson, they're comparing him to NFL streets. A guy that can't throw, that put in a lot of time to become a decent thrower of the football. That's a supremely gifted athlete. But you still got to worry that if he can't move around fast, he wouldn't be the same guy ever. Then you get the Joe Burrow. Now an absolute godsend. The epitome of what a quarterback should look and be. Effortless touch. Undeniable leadership characteristics. A player that every team would covet, would want, would die for, would sacrifice for. If you do not believe me, go look it up. Josh Allen, the most physically gifted quarterback in the league. His strength is that of D ends. His arm could throw through a side of a battleship in an ice storm. No weaknesses. Turnovers, not his fault either. On coaching and wide receiver play. That's how they describe them. That's not always true, I have Horace. It's not always true. It's not always true. Because we've seen what happened with the MVP. Matter of fact, you see, I like to always ping pong things because I have two channels. Sometimes you get something on that channel, and then I use this channel to really go in depth. And sometimes I'll touch on something on this channel, and I'll put the nail in the coffin on the other videos. Wait till you see the video I put up today. Wait till you see the video I put up today. Wait until you see that video. Because y'all don't even know about the percentages. Like NFL Stats put out something and said, I'm going to do a whole video on this. I'm going to read this to you, right? It said, a comparison of beneficial roughing the passer and unnecessary roughness penalties awarded to Lamar Jackson versus his QB contemporaries highlight the lack of respect from that the Ravens get from NFL officiating. Roughing the passer, Patrick Mahomes gets 6% above NFL average. Josh Allen gets 35% above NFL average. Lamar Jackson gets 22% below NFL average. Unnecessary roughness calls. See, wait till y'all see it later. The Chiefs are plus 14% above the NFL average. The Bills are 60% above the NFL average. The Bengals are 19% above the NFL average. You want to know what you want to know what the Ravens are? They're negative 30%. Negative 30% versus the NFL average. Mind you, the Bills are plus 60% above the NFL average. And they're taking this, right? Baltimore's Lamar is ranked 29th as a net plus negative beneficiary of unnecessary roughness calls since the start of 2018. negative. Not like, I've been saying this for a while. That's part of the reason why I've been like banging the table for great offensive line play. Because I kept trying to tell y'all that guys are allowed to hit Lamar after the whistle, low, out of bounds, cheap shot, they're in the face mask, everything. So that's why I'm so hard on the offensive line, because I know the defender are allowed to hit him any which way they want. But I want to show you the differences in even officiating. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? And on top of it, he's beating the best teams in the league. Still, with that level of discrepancy, while having one of the worst drop rate percentages for wide receivers in the league since he's been a starter. Still winning. What is Lamar average per game in his career? I think his win percentage is like at 70%, something like that. Y'all know that, right? I want things to be fair, but they never will be. So it's wishing on a star. But how can anybody tell me that isn't correct? That Joe Montana and everybody's looking around like, you can see it on the Pat McAfee show. They're looking around like, okay, no, Patrick Mahomes. No, maybe that guy just won the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts. And everyone's like, okay. Because even they know that looks suspect. Listen, I'm a fair guy. I don't believe in stating certain things. I'll let you guys take what you think it is. But I do give you the facts, nonetheless. And everything I gave you is facts. Mind you, not my opinions, facts. The three most accomplished QBs in the league right now, not including Aaron Rodgers, because you know Aaron Rodgers on his last legs, are these three quarterbacks. It's undeniably these three quarterbacks. Joe Burrow doesn't even have half of what any of them have. Any of them. Any of them. Josh got one MVP, fine. He has half the MVPs that Lamar and Mahomes has, and none of the team success that Jalen and Mahomes has. Oh, yeah, Money Mike. Oh, yeah, listen. Then after everything was done, because you know they're talking to him, and you can see him reading something, he goes, oh, well, my list was based on age. Because of age. Mind you, Lamar Jackson's younger than Joe Burrow. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are the same age. See what I'm saying? Doesn't make sense, does it? Don't worry. I make sure that that's in there too. Because I know how some people are going to be like, oh, because you're talking about this. I don't know, I'm a poo-poo on that little trivial thing that he tried to say at the end. And mind you, this is nothing against Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. I like both players. I think they're incredible players, but in their own right. This is against the narrative surrounding those players. Same thing I said with Arch Manning. Hope him the best. Hope he gets better. Hope he could be, achieve his dream, becoming an NFL starting quarterback. I'm not talking to Arch. I'm talking about the narrative around Arch. I'm not bigging up Lamar, Jalen, or Mahomes. I'm talking of the narrative that tries to diminutively descend their greatness around them, the narrative around them. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm taking my personal bias, my personal feelings out of this. Nitro Get Up this morning was basically alluding to Lamar Jackson being out of excuses. Are they looking to hire Acho or something? Pfft, ridiculous. It's fine. Thank you, Jared Thomas. I hate the goalpost moving. When is it going to be enough for a player to be great and be judged just by his greatness? Have you not noticed every time that they're great, there's excuses? And then for all of the other guys' losses, there are excuses for their losses. There's excuses for their wins, and there's excuses for the other guys' losses. If Lamar Jackson wanted a push touchdown, he can get it, but he always gives it to his running backs. Facts. Coach said Arch is going to bounce back and have a great season. I hope he does. I hope he does, Coach. My arrows is not aimed at Arch. It's aimed at the narrative of Arch, surrounding Arch. Just like it's aimed at, not at Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert, but at the narrative surrounding them. In what world did Justin Herbert compare to any of the guys I just named? Name it, please. Nick Wright calling Trevor Lawrence a prince. Like, Joe Montana came out and pretty much, Coach, for anybody showing up, shout outs to y'all. Shout out to you for being here, man. Please, y'all give Coach a shout out. And shout out to him for bringing back the round table. Looking forward to that, Coach. Congratulations, man. I know you've been working hard behind the scenes. Question. So, you're saying, because Coach, I don't know if you knew this, Joe Montana came out and said if he was to start a franchise, the top 3 quarterbacks to start a franchise with, right? He picked Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. No Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Jalen Hurts. No Jaden Daniels. If you're wondering what we're talking about. And I got a problem with that, Coach. Everybody else's opinion. So I can't call it an opinion for being foolish. I can't call out an opinion for being ridiculous. Feel me? Like, it's ridiculous. Then at the end, he tried to fix, it was based on age. But of course, he doesn't know the age that Lamar's younger than Joe Burrow. Josh Allen and Patrick are the same age. And Jalen Hurts is super young. You know I'm going to call it out. Coach, I know you're just in here, right? So I'm going to repeat something that I said, right? Somebody on the internet, NFL Ref Stats, put out these stats, right? And I want you to see even the discrepancy in calls. Because I'm going to make a video about this today. It said for roughing the passer calls, right? Patrick Mahomes receives 6% above the NFL average for roughing the passer calls. Okay? Josh Allen receives plus 35% above the NFL average. Lamar Jackson receives negative 26% below the NFL average. For unnecessary roughness calls. So roughing the passer and unnecessary roughness calls, the Chiefs get plus 14% above NFL average. The Bills get 60% above the NFL average. The Ravens get negative 35% below the NFL average. And the Bengals get plus 19% above the NFL average. So when I'm telling you this is comedy, I'm laughing, but I'm laughing for not the reason that you think. I'm laughing because this is blatant. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Coach, it's ridiculous. Do you know what it is to say you are negative 35% below an average? And negative 22% below an average? And I, of course, I know it's been like that, but it doesn't make it right. And I don't care how anybody feels. I call things regardless if it's for my benefit or for not for my benefit. I'm going to call a spade a spade. It just is what it is. That's wrong. And that's why I have a problem with these biases, because it leaks. It's not like, oh, it's my personal bias, no big deal. It leaks into how you pick teams. It leaks into opportunities given. It leaks into officiating. That's a problem. Jared Thomas says, Kush, see, that super team stuff can't be just thrown out there as an excuse. A team actually has to be a super team. The Eagles are a super team. Baltimore isn't. They're a really good team. I hear you, Jared Thomas. I hear you. LJ laughing all the way to the bank with his chip. Mind you, these guys, I want you to understand something. They write your historical relevance after you hang them up. If you don't believe me, why do you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar doesn't have the respect that he has? He wasn't a media darling. They write your historical relevance. You understand where I'm coming from? They do. If you don't believe me, look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and why he doesn't get the respect that he should have gotten for all those years. Think about it. You're seeing it in real time with Russell Westbrook, Allen Iverson, heck, even LeBron. And I'm not a LeBron guy. I know his old name, Lou Alcindor. That's wrong. And mind you, you don't gotta like the person, but their accolades are their accolades. Their hard work, their achievements are their achievements. That's why I have a problem. Because not only do they affect them during their playing years, they affect how they are viewed after their playing years. Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, a lot of those guys. Yeah. How you gonna say I'm a hater on LeBron James, Jared Thomas? I just said that part of the reason what is the media at times going against him at certain things. I don't like that bias crap. We all have our opinions. We all have certain biases and stuff like that. But when your bias is rooted in other things, that's a problem. And I know I have words you said it's a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope. But this is the Wonder Kid Morning Show. You know we gonna talk about it. We gotta call it a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. And mind you, I'm not saying that people are wrong. I'm just saying, look at how, bro, even the way that they're described. Coach, you just got in here, and I said this earlier. I said, they don't even like Patrick Mahomes. He's just tolerated because he's become undeniably great. So they can no longer, take shots at him because when you win 3 Super Bowls, it's like, bro, all right, we can't really say too much about him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They'll take little jabs here and there, subtle, you know what I'm saying, subliminals at them. But overall, they're because they become undeniable. But when you hear the execs talk about who they would want to build their teams, who they want to start their teams, build their franchises, who do you think are the best quarterbacks? They're not on those lists. Joe Burrow is on that list double most of the times. Josh Allen's on that list, double. Herbert's on that list. Lawrence is on those lists. Matthew Stafford's on those lists. Hey, Alexander Gullion becoming a member. Thank you so much about that, bro. I don't know why you're not getting my notifications either, bro. I don't know. I don't know why. That junk is tripping. Like, I call things how I see them. You don't gotta like me, but if you're listening, you're gonna have to look into it. Tell me how that's right. And what, guys, for all the biases in the world, we had Bill fans in here. We've had Bengal fans in here. We've had Steeler fans in here, right? We've had 49er fans in here. What world? In what world? What reality would you pick Herbert over Lamar, Patrick, or Jalen Hurts? Tell me. If you can tell me, let me know. You'd pick Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. If he would have said and gave the regular 3, would have been like, all right. Hey, how dare you gonna get another? Hey, man. Membership. Let's go. Hey, G. Yes. Thank you, bro. Welcome to the Wonder Cats. Wonder Cats. Oh! Yo, they were saying that we should call ourselves the Wonder Cats. Because Thundercats, Wonder Cats, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like it. I might go with that. Like, I just look at it and I say, man, these guys have had such great talent around them. Josh Allen got to throw to Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was a top 2, top 3 receiver for multiple seasons. A.J. Brown, top 5, top 3 receiver, multiple seasons. Tyreek Hill, number 1, number 2, number 3 receiver, multiple seasons. Why? Jamar Chase, top 5 receiver, multiple seasons. Herbert had what's his name when he was still a top 5, or at least even a top 10 receiver while he had it for multiple seasons. I just asked that question. Ask those questions. Gotta ask those questions. Boo to the Wonder Cats. Choose a better one. Somebody said it and I kind of like it. Because you can say Wonder Cats. Oh, I like that. I don't know why I like that. Mike Evans. Like, it's been crazy. Zeddy tonight with a $5 donation. Yes. Nitro, you need to do Jubilee. 1 Ravens fan versus 20 haters. You know why? Listen, I can't do that. Because I'm going to get real. Because the way I say stuff sometimes might come off as disrespectful. And I don't mean to disrespect anybody. But the way I'm going to come at some of them people, they're going to be in their feelings. Because I'm going to get really nasty with some stuff that I say. And the way I say it. I'm going to look them up and down too. Hit them with facts. And they'll make people real uncomfortable. They're going to be like, man, he's mean. They don't want these problems. I'm telling you right now. You like it for the whole part? Yeah. I do. I'm not going to lie. Or even say go. Instead of ho, you say go. Or whoa. Whoa. For whoa. Wonderkin. Oh my God, guys. But as always, that's another episode of the Wonderkin Morning Show. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. Guys, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you have not already done so. We got 51 people in here. Please strike that like button before you leave. But you know, before we end with a little bit of trivia. And today, it's a throwback without the trivia part in it, right? I'm going to put a smile on some of you guys' face, right? So, I was going through stuff from the early 2000s, the 90s. And there, we always look at movies, music, shows, cartoons, stuff like that. But there's one, or even video games, but there's something very particular that we never looked at, and that is sound. Sound is so prevalent when we were kids because there's a lot of sounds of certain things from that time that everybody remembers. And I'm going to ask you guys, do you remember these sounds?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Do you guys remember these? Yo, bro.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
Bro, do you remember these sounds? Messenger. Bro, it's in the game. We just talked about this the other day. I told bro, I do this, bro. We're gonna play it one more time. So of course you had Rugrats. You had the opening for Windows, right? Come on, DS.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Everybody remembers that 2K was crazy. Game Boy. Gosh, bro. Bro, GameCube. Wii. I didn't even have a Wii. I got a Wii U now, but I didn't
Coming
have
soon to own on video and DVD.
Bro, y'all don't remember that one? Coming soon to, bro. Bro. I didn't get that one. I'll play that another time. I got you. I got you. But these sounds will bring you back, right? These sounds bring you back to those days, right? Because so much, bro, back then everybody had similar things. Bro, I had the, you already know we always do throwbacks and stuff like that, but those sounds, everybody's like, bro, I remember that, bro. Good times. Like, everyone's saying, oh, my gosh, like, dang. Like, bro, I like those type of throwbacks. Listen, I didn't do all of them, Jang. I didn't do all of them. But, you know, I'm going to have more sounds and stuff like that. I had that one, but you know I'm going to have more. Bro, EA Sports. Oh, it was another big one. PS2 the startup sound. You can say the first startup sound for the original Game Boy. What's another one that everybody would know? What's that one song? The Oscar Mayer song. Remember that one? What was another one that sounded everybody would know? The dun 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 from the Disney Channel. There's been mad sounds. You know what I'm saying? The start to Paramount. You know what I'm saying? Or the roar from the lion. Come on now, guys. Sega. Yeah, bruh. So I'm trying to say there's mad sounds. Like, bruh, the GoldenEye sound, yeah. I'm going to do more. But I had these ones set up. That's all I'm saying. You know I got to give the throwbacks. You know we throw it back. We go back like Fades and Hot Tops and J's. Pac-Man's another good one. Yeah. Oh, the THX sound. Yeah, remember that? I remember that. Yes. I'm going to have to find that. You see? 5 gum, all that stuff, bruh. Yeah. Put a smile on y'all face for the morning. That's what we do. But guys, that's another episode of The Wonderkin Show. I hope you guys are all smiling. I hope you guys have liked, subscribed, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys here at the same time tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Respect, stay safe, and as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. God bless. Yeah!
Finish him, Daddy.